I'm going to get back in your spot. All right. So I need 2 people to be over here and 2 people to be over here. And what I want you to do is to look at the head. You know, to just look at the head here. So let's just say we're going to do the PA Axial Caldwell. And I'm going to keep my body back here. And Thomas, get over this way more. All right, so let's just say your body's back here, nose and forehead down, OML perpendicular. So you lean in. Yep, nose and head is down, OML. I don't know if it's perpendicular or not. Hopefully it is. So that's one way. You can say, okay, criteria met. I got my positioning done. But look at the head. The head or the skull is tipped. It's tipped forward versus you have to have your patient get on each side of this. You have to set them up. You have to smash them in. Then have them do this. Do you see what happens to the skull? It sets up like it should. Does that make sense? Versus, do you see the difference on the skull? That makes a huge difference. So you have to set your patient up, you have to smash them in, and then have them look down, put nose and forehead on board. So, all right. Back to, all right, Natasha, I have you. All right, so what I'm going to have you do, get on each side of this, scooch way up, and even more into the board. Yep. All right, and then, there you go. All right, now I'm going to line up the OML. All right, and so I'm looking at the EAM, and I'm looking at that outer campus right here, right? So there's the EMA, there's the outer campus. All right, let's look down only a smidgen. Look down just a smidgen. Good, right? That looks really good. So we got OML perpendicular to the image receptor, so that's great. We got our 15-degree caudal angle, and now we just want this to exit the nasion, and we know where the nasion is. So maybe a millimeter. I'm almost there. All right, I like that. You know, let's come up and look at that just briefly. So that's exiting the nasion. You know, you got to get right up to your patient and look at where the nasion is, and you got to look at that. All right, that looks good. So I'm going to realign to the Becky. Sorry, you said yeah.
It's okay.
All right, marker on. Now, rotation, you've got to look at the top of the head down. You've got to look at equal line on both sides. And you have to feel for rotation. I'm going to move you over just slightly. And I often look at the neck to make sure I'm mid-sag as well. Now here's another thing. When you're looking for rotation, you have to put your fingertips on here. Come in against your patient. And you have to feel for rotation and take it off if you feel it. All right, and then we'll check everything. Okay, that is our PA Axial Caldwell. So we're done with that, and you can relax from there.